Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, overcast December morning here. Thought I'd make a little video on these Dwarf Brazilians. I'm holding out a leaf here, sorry. It's covering this bell completely. But, yeah, this plant right here, about 7 feet tall. Very stocky, heavy looking bananas, you know, the stalks, the plant itself. These guys are pretty fascinating because they will put out absolutely massive suckers. And they push out a sucker that, you know, looks like a full-size banana on some varieties. So really impressive looking. They'll send out teeth, you know, the little sprout of the sucker that comes out first, that are as thick as a I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. I don't know, but very impressive looking. And these suckers come out, they'll get almost full size, you know, 3-4 feet tall, and not even have any leaves on them. They'll still have their little tiny sword leaves, but be, you know, full thickness. It's pretty impressive. I keep saying that, but yeah, really good banana. You know, a nice tropical looking banana. Really thick, impressive. There's that word again. Get yourself a Dwarf Brazilian. But another thing I like about these guys, which they're hit on pretty hard. Some banana growers will tell you that Dwarf Brazilians are not that good tasting, or, oh, you only like Dwarf Brazilians because you ain't got nothing else. That's a little bull. These are pretty good bananas. And you know, I hate to keep pointing out, but I grow dozens and dozens of varieties. I've tried dozens and dozens of varieties, and these aren't bad bananas. Nice and sweet, nice acid balance, nice tropical fruity flavor to them. But what I wanted to point out today is, you know, we're in December, and we've had a pretty cool, even winter so far. Fall, you know, fall, winter, they're all the same here in Florida. But, you know, the cooler time of year, we've been pretty even and on the lower end. Dry, which I was hoping for more moisture, but definitely on the cooler end. And this is one of the banana varieties that does really well with lower temperatures. That's why I was wanting to make this video today. This bell's just pushing out, you know, the past week. That's a beautiful bell. That's going to have a nice bunch of bananas on it. But these plants, even though they're tropical, you know, bananas are tropical, they don't like it too hot. This is one of the varieties, and there are a few out there that actually prefer it, I'd say between 75 and 85. Once you get above that, for some varieties, they can really get some heat stress, and they can actually wilt. If you've ever seen a banana wilt, you know, the leaves just droop. You know, not the rib, but the actual, I'm not sure what you call that, leaf, you know, leaf part. And these guys do much better and this slightly cooler temp. So if you live in an area where you're not reaching 90, 100 degrees every day in the spring and summer, this could be a very good variety for you. And they are dwarfs, like I said. This one's 7 feet, pushing out a massive bell. Very pretty, beautiful bananas. So, you know, you live somewhere on the coast, a little farther up north, where you don't necessarily get super cold, but you don't get super hot either. I think these guys would thrive. And there are a few other varieties, you know, Rose, and this is another one off the top of my head, and a couple others. But we're just going to focus on this, because it's one that's manageable size. Gets pretty large leaves, you know, it's a dwarf on the stalk, but, you know, there's the whole plant. There's actually 3 stalks on this one. It's a mother, two suckers, and the other sucker, which is right here, will be fruiting soon as well. It's about 6 feet. It's only about a foot away from the mother, so not too long on that. And then the third sucker here, and it's got a bunch of teeth on the bottom, is about 5 feet. But not all bananas like it hot, guys. And most bananas do very well with quite a bit of shade, actually. They do really well underneath the oak trees in the south here. Or a bit of late afternoon heavy shade will benefit pretty much all banana varieties. Unless you're really giving them the water and the moisture. They like a break from that sun roasting them. Ah, let go of the leaf ears. So yeah, there you go, guys. Dwarf Brazilian. You know, especially up in the, I don't know, the Pacific Northwest. I don't think you guys freeze too much. I think you get a little cooler summers, you know. This right here would be a really nice variety. Dwarf Brazilian. I'll keep you updated on this. Get a better video when the bells opened up all the way. Got a few varieties that are, of course, blooming right now. Bananas love to do that. Winter is here and they like to push out their bells. But fortunately, even though we can get some pretty hard cold snaps in my area, the bananas do fairly well, especially when they're full size. Most of the cold settles near the ground, and they normally don't have too many issues with fruit. Mostly it's the dry that affects them the most. That's what hampers banana growth during the winter, is you dry out so fast. And that's what ends up affecting the bunches the most, I've noticed. So yeah, the ducks agree. I agree. If you got a slightly cooler area, don't get super roasting. Even though these guys would do just fine in a hotter area. You know, we get hot here. They do look very nice. And it's one of the ones that really pick up on growth later in the year when it starts cooling off. And while I don't think it's one that would do too well in a pot, if you have a large planter, you know, raised bed in your greenhouse, this would be a perfect variety. Even with the leaves, it's only maxing out maybe 10 feet. So it would be perfect for a nice large greenhouse. Dwarf Brazilian, guys. The tall Brazilian is another one. This is the sport off of it. But this one actually has better flavor. I know people have different opinions on that. But really nice banana, guys. See you later. Hopefully you got some information that you can use out of this here video. Depending on where you guys are watching it, you know, like and subscribe. Keep following me. Support me, guys, on my mission to get everybody growing food. I am in the midst of trying to expand. The worst time to do that, by the way. And yeah, every penny you guys, you know, on my part very graciously, and your part graciously, is that correct? I don't know. But thank you guys so much for buying from me, for supporting my business, and yeah, grow food, guys, and keep at it. Appreciate it. Love all of you. You guys are absolutely amazing. I get tons of emails from you guys, which is crazy. You guys buying stuff from me, wanting stuff. I never thought I would be using YouTube and Instagram. Check me out on Instagram, you know, all that. It's just exploded. I've always done this. Always done it small, but thank you guys for the support. And keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. If you're interested in some Dwarf Brazilians, I think they are quite an amazing variety. Hit me up. I do have some suckers coming in and some nice plants. See you later, guys.